You ever been in a hurry? Like, too much on your plate, too many things to do, too many places to go, not enough time. It seems like when you're in a hurry, the universe just knows. And bad things happen. The other day, there we go. The other day, I was in a hurry. I had slept past my alarm. I was meeting somebody to work out, and I was already running late. So on the way to the gym, my attention split too many ways. I bumped the curb with my tire and had a blowout. And that's never happened to you before, and you should know when your tire blows out, you get the opportunity to buy a new one. And on top of knowing that I'd have to buy a new one, I was also even more late for my workout, leaving that person to wait even longer. Seems like the universe just knows when you get into a hurry. And I think it would be easy to say, but Nathan, we're in the middle of a pandemic, quarantine, nothing is happening. Well, for some people that might be the case. For other people, school started back, work started back. In a lot of ways, we have more responsibilities than we've had in the past. I know definitely as a teacher, that's the case with me. But being in a hurry doesn't necessarily have to do with the amount of plans you have or what's on your plate. I know it can seem like it's easier to be in a hurry. We have a lot more going on. But it reminds me of the Proverbs 21:5. Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. I think it's interesting that the writer there didn't have anything to say about the amount of responsibility or what each of those people had on their plate. Diligence and haste has to do with the approach that you take to the things that you have in life. Diligence leads to profit, whereas haste leads to poverty. Reminds me of a time in college whenever I was a senior. I was taking this computer programming class, and if you've ever taken a computer programming class, you understand the frustration that finding out you have bugs in your program can bring you. So I'd run, a report would come, have so many bugs, this thing didn't work, that thing didn't work. You know, the program ran into an infinite loop. And I just couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what was wrong with what I was doing. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how close I looked, it seemed like I was only adding more bugs to the situation. Well, that senior year, I also had a world religions class. And I was supposed to visit other world religions and participate in their religious services. And that same day that project was due, I planned on going to a meditation service. And this was weird. It was, Zen Buddhism, but some people at a church in town had kind of put a spin on it and talked about meditation as a way of being still. Jim Bob's been talking about being still on Sunday mornings, and they just mentioned the importance of taking some time out, kind of clearing your mind, focusing on the things that you could control, like being and breathing. And I'll tell you, that meditation service, if you looked at it from the outside, I got nothing done. I sat and breathed and thought for an hour and a half. When I came back to that computer program, within 10 minutes, I found the one mistake that was throwing everything off. Because I had a different approach to the problem. Instead of rushing and thinking about the deadline and everything else that I had to do, I looked at it with diligence, one problem at a time. And God showed me what was wrong. Now, he totally could have done that before. We do serve an all-powerful God, but I think in that moment I was still and quiet enough to listen to what he had been telling me the whole time. I'll tell you, even today, on the way to making this video, I was stressed out. I was in a hurry. I was definitely in a state of haste, and I was lashing out at Molly, my wife, because of that, and she didn't deserve that. And I definitely was not something I intended to happen. But I will tell you, getting ready to film all this, Molly sent Larianne out with an ice cream treat. And I took the ice cream treat, stopped what I was doing, and I ate it. Gave myself a minute to slow down. Then I went inside to Molly and apologized for lashing out, for accusing her of not helping, or took a break, to clear my mind, to focus on what was right, to kind of make things right in the world, and just immediately got clarity about what needed to happen, the steps I needed to take, the things I needed to say. So learn from me and my brand new tire. Don't live a life of haste. The plans of the diligent lead to prosperity. We'll see you guys next week.